Okay, before I start telling you about how to do a presentation in ePortfolio, I'm just going to show you briefly how you upload an image. So, because you're going to need it if you're doing a presentation on ePortfolio, and you want to put an image into it, you need to have it uploaded first. So here, for example, I've got upload at least, file from computer, and I had saved an image of some coin, and I would just upload it. And this is what's different from a normal upload. You need to go to next, you need to tag it, and then you need to add it. So now I've got United States coins in my items to use when I want to. It's a JPEG, so that's good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start giving you a quick overview of how to do a presentation. A presentation is where you collect everything into one single area, and it's visual, and it looks like a little mini website. So, new presentation. So here's what I've got. This is the working area. I've got properties, content layout, banner, and theme, and a name here. The name I'm going to give something is irrelevant, really, because that's just the file name. So I'm just going to call it MMED presentation. And the description, again, it's not something that you're ever going to see again, except when you're looking in my items, and you'll see something with a description in it. So, so you can see what you can use it for. The only thing I use description for is when I've created a presentation and I want something that I'm going to share with the world, I can get there's a hyperlink I can find. And what I usually do is take that hyperlink, go to tinyURL, get a short version of the link, because it's very long, and I paste it in description. So, usual thing, tag. You'll quickly run out of just putting the date in, because it doesn't narrow down much when you're searching. So, but putting a couple of things in there. Add tag and save. Step 2, banner. This does matter because this is going to show, and if you call everything banner, it's not going to look original. So I'm going to call this my class, which you'll see is not particularly useful, because with my class presentation, if you're going to do that for 10 different classes, you won't narrow it down much. So, and I put a description in there. These two things are going to both appear on the banner at the top of what you're creating. So it isn't all that useful to, you'll want to go and change it at some point. The next thing I can look at is the content and layout, and this is where I add everything. And I'll show you in the next presentation how you do some of these things. But you add pages down the side, and for each page that you add, you get a content area. So this one is only one page, new page, and there's a content area where I add the components. So if I want to do something, for example here, if I want to add a component, and I want to add an artifact, and I've got the coins there, I've just added an image into my presentation. So that's just a sort of a minimal thing that you can do. So I've got the properties where the file name was, the content and layout where I add everything, the banner I've done, and then finally the theme, and there I get to pick what look I'd like. And when I said earlier about not using a template that you've seen 1,000 times before, this is what I'm talking about. So you'll see that they're not bad. I'll go with that one this time. Set theme. So at this point, I've done the basics. I've got the file name, I've got the content and layout, just with one image on one page, and I've done the banner and I've done the theme. So now, I'm just going to finish this by showing you what I've got, which is looking at view presentation. So there I've got what sort of looks like a mini website. Here's the title on the banner, my class presentation. There's the description over the other side. Here's the page I have. I've only got one, and it's still called new page, which you're going to change. And here's the image I uploaded with the file name, which you can get rid of. So that's the basics of doing an ePortfolio presentation. just perfectly now going to. If you're going to, you'll want to close this when you're finished looking at it and go back to the editing area, because otherwise you end up with several of them open. So that's just my tip. Okay, so we'll finish it for a minute.